Here we are in Marion County on Buffalo Creek Road. We're about 2 miles from the location of our first well, and we're going to be shooting on location here in just a few minutes. We're going to shoot a couple of other wells on location and give you kind of an overview of West Virginia and what's going on here and what we expect to do. So just sit back, watch the video, and enjoy the show. Here we are just a little ways from the location of the first well, and we're here with the president, the owner of Standard Oil, Joe O'Farrell. And Joe was just telling us that just a few 100 feet up the mountain there. Joe, why don't you go ahead and just tell us what you were
the reason we picked this geologic area, there's an 800-foot strip here that never was leased, and it's 39 acres. They hit 3,200 barrels a day well on one side, and on the other side they hit the 2,000 barrels a day. We're in between that, and we believe absolutely that sandbar runs from one well to the other, and we think in the middle they couldn't possibly have drained it.
Here we are at one of the oil and gas wells. You'll notice the oil pump is actually not pumping right now, but it is producing gas. It's on a timer. The pump is on a timer, and it pumps from time to time. Now this is the engine house on Rice number 5. This well was drilled back in 1902. It's still a producing well, but you can actually see the equipment in the room here that it was drilled with. I'm going to pan around. Actually see the big wheel. Part of the derrick there that's still there, and then the new, and it doesn't look new. It's been producing here for many years with no maintenance, guys. It's just a cash cow, and pretty amazing how long the longevity of these wells here in West Virginia. Now guys, this pump jack was actually placed here in 1946, and basically with just a little bit of maintenance. You can see there on the ground there's been a new motor put on, a little bit of a new pipe work put on there, but very minimal maintenance, and you got a well that's been producing. This is Rice number 5 since 1902. Behind this well, you can actually see some of the old derrick where it was drilled. And I'm gonna actually walk up, and let you actually look and see the oil coming out of the pipe. This is Rice number 5. If you'll see those surges, that's actually the gas that's forming bubbles and still pushing the oil out at a little bit higher pace. There was another burst. So guys, this is really exciting to watch this happen and see the longevity of the wells here in West Virginia. Just an opportunity for us to get involved and do some of the same things. And we're just about 5 miles at this well from where the well is that we're gonna. Now guys, we're just over into Pennsylvania, just actually a few hundred feet from Marion County, and this is an old Standard oil well. And if you look down, and we're going to actually walk down, but if you look down below, you can see that it's still being produced and pumped with the old derrick. Now I'm going to walk on down there and pick up the video again, and actually I'll let you see more of how it actually is working and what's going on down there. Now this was drilled in 1911. This is still the old derrick, the old equipment house there, and this was drilled by Standard Oil. This is still in operation and still pumping, still producing oil and gas. If you'll look right over in the trees there, you can actually see where the gas is being metered and put into the pipeline. And actually we'll walk on down. It's very, very steep. If you look back up where the tank is, where the road is, this is what you'll find in West Virginia. It's very, very steep, but there's a lot of oil and gas here. And we're just a little bit over into to Pennsylvania here, just out of Marion County, about literally less than a quarter of a mile. I'm standing at the foot of the derrick here, and I know the sunshine is going to be a little bright, but look at the top of that thing. This is still a producing well. They're still producing it, still using this old equipment to pump the oil with, and just amazing how this area is produced, or actually drilled, in 1911, and an old Standard Oil well, just in the edge of Pennsylvania. We're still in Marion County, or Wetzel County here, actually, and we own the lease on everything you can see around. This is where those gas wells were drilled. If you look up at the top of the hill, just over the top of the hill there is where the meter for all this area is. And Standard Oil actually owns the lease for this. This whole area. I don't, Joe, how many square miles here?
Well, I think it's
700 something acres here, the lease on it. And gas well's been producing over 100 years, actually drilled in 1900. Right down below here, you see this is a gas well here. And understand the company that drilled this, they really weren't interested in oil. There probably is oil here, but they were just after the gas. So that's the reason there's actually no pump jack here. They're just taking the gas from this well here. And actually Standard Oil actually owns this gas well, and it is producing as we speak. Actually, he's blowing the drip off of this well. You can hear the gas, see the gas coming out. It's got quite a bit of pressure. Wow. Joe, what kind of pressure has that got on it? About 80 pounds of pressure?
Yeah, something between 80 and 100.
So this gas well was actually drilled in 1900. Been producing ever since. He's going to actually blow the drip off of the... Got about 85 or 90 pounds of pressure, and been producing for over 100 years. This is actually in Wetzel County, West Virginia, and these wells have been drilled about 2 years ago. They're both producing wells, and actually these wells weren't drilled as oil wells. They were drilled for a place to put some salt water, wastewater. There's actually just up, you can see the tank from it right there. They actually drilled another well there and another one on up the hill there. And everywhere they drilled a well here, they couldn't put the wastewater because they hit oil. Wow, what a problem. And this is pretty amazing here. And if you look, I don't know if you can see it, but just on down, you can just see the top of another pump back behind those trees there, another well. It's actually on a timer. It's actually not pumping right now, but pretty amazing. These wells are about 6,000 feet deep. Now, this is what we're seeing all through West Virginia. Back in these hills and hollers, there's just this amazing opportunity to drill in this area here. Like I say again, over 6,500 wells have been drilled in just the last 5 years. So we're not talking about West Virginia. We're talking just this area that we're actually in, where we're taking these videos.